Welcome back everyone to the last match day. Ni match day ama ni match week. To the last match week of the season's EPL. Match week 38. Now, unlike most match weeks in the previous years, leo kuko na a lot of things ziko on the line, but one of the things that are not on the line is we know who has won the EPL. Liverpool won it a couple of weeks ago, but kuko na a lot of things zenye they are unfolding huku. Nani ataingia Champions League, nani anacheza Europe, nani atacheza Europe. So leo kunaweza kuwa na a lot of fireworks. And I'm thankful that you're here with us, ama with me, ama with the team. Mr. Director, producer, watu wetu wa makeup hapo, big up yourself, sound engineer, watu wetu wa social media wako hapo. I salute you for all the work you've done this season. Let's do this. I'm just thanking the team when you're wanakuanga behind the scenes. As always, kama uko hapo and you can hear me, hit the like, subscribe, share. Naona tulifikisha 100, which is very, very good. Which is very, very good. That was the target all along. There's a crazy stat yenye nilikuwa nimeona that how many YouTube channels, how many YouTube, na sasa hii ni kitu moja yenye work on, tutatafuta venye tutatoa hii mic mbele ya keyboard, kwa sababu hii mic nikiweka mbele ya keyboard I can't type well. How many YouTube channels get to 100 subs? 1000 tutafika tu. Mimi nataka mniambie ya 100. Tuone what is the percentage for us. C10 subs. Nasema 100. 10 tulipitisha. It is difficult to pinpoint an exact number of YouTube channels that reach 100 subscribers, but it is estimated that there are 28 million channels with 100 or more subscribers, which represent a significant portion of a total number of channels, which is 110 million. 25 million channels. Chatweke hii full screen. I know mnataka to discuss game. Chatusome hii yenye kwa hapa. This one is make more sense. 25 million channels have between 10 to 100 subs. Around sasa staki yenye around, staki between 10 na 100. Nataka zote zenye ziko na 100 kwenda na juu. Google squeeze is broken. Around 17 million channel feature subscribers between 100 to 51 million channels. In total, 51 million have more than 10. Examples include, okay, so hapo sasa mmetupoteza. Cha turudi kwa Watchalong yetu. Yeah, in a very catastrophic is not the right word. In a very season ambayo Man City tumekuwa very down because of some couple of reasons. Some of our players wamezeeka. Another thing yenye unaweza sema ni tumekuwa na tunaachilia sana in terms of the way we are defending. Attack pia hajakuwa good this season for Man City, but we want to wrap it up by getting a Champions League position. It will be very difficult for us to get knocked out of the Champions League position. The only way that happens is if the other teams, that being Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, if the other teams win and we lose. It is not crazy to say that. It can happen in football, but hopefully it doesn't happen to us today. We want to get this win as early as possible. We are also watching the Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea game. I have it on the second screen. We will be there for the Chelsea tears. I can promise you there. Bro. We will be there for the Chelsea tears when they fail to go to Champions League. Matchweek 38. Don't jinx our game. That is why I'm there. See, the reason I'm going there is to hate watch you. I'm watching Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest versus Chelsea because I want to hate watch Chelsea. I don't hide my intentions. I mean, I keep telling you that I don't hide my intentions. Natuonesha nini ya Liverpool hapa. Naona wanafanya trailer ya Liverpool juu Liverpool ndio wamewin. Even if mlikuwa mnasikia Man City kiwin 4 EPLs in a row. Ebu comment down below how you used to feel. So I don't want to see. Mimi naona Liverpool hapa wanafanyiwa something hapa ni kama hii kitu yenye wana play trailer ya Liverpool hapa. Sitaki hata kuona. But yeah, naona hata Champions League. Premier League imevalishwa ribbons za red after it has had blue ribbons for the last 4 years. It is time for a change. Yani 4 years tulikuwa tumekalia EPL. We were sitting on top of EPL for 4 years. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Naona Jurgen Klopp pia ako in attendance pande ya Liverpool. Nataka kujua hapa watatuonesha game gani. Watatuonesha game gani hapa. Watatuonesha Liverpool na most likely kwenye itakuwa kwa the main channel ni Liverpool versus these frauds wanaitwa frauds wenye Liverpool wacheza against sawa wanaitwa nani? Crystal Palace. So ni EPL winners versus FA winners. Shoot. That is so bad. Wanaoneshana ya Liverpool hapa kwa the TV. But tutatafuta tu ya Man City. Ya Chelsea iko locked and loaded. Ya Chelsea iko locked and loaded. Tutafute game ya Man City. Sijaonesha lineup, si ndio? Sijaonesha lineup. 4 minutes to go. Should we do a lineup talk or something? Let us do it. Let us do it. Tactical board. Very nice. Very sufficient for us throughout the season. Nafaa ni change. Inafaa kuwa the other way. Watu wa Fulham ndio wanafaa kuwa wamevaa black. Mr. Producer, why are you sleeping on the work? Mr. Producer, uja make changes. Do you want to get fired in front of everyone? Ederson in goal. Vardiol as the left back. Akanji, Mr. Bozo. Diaz na Nunes as the right back. Now, ukiangalia formation ya Man City, unaweza dhani that Bernardo Silva atacheza hapa as the winger kwa sababu out of everyone on the field yeye pekee ndiye anacheza right winger. Okay, Doku anaweza but tunajua Doku anacheza left winger. But me I know itakuwa hivi. Watakuwa wamekaa hivi next to each other. Which means mtu mwenye atakuwa na attack from this side itakuwa Nunes, which is very risky kwa sababu Fulham have Robinson, who is a very good left back. In my opinion, I think he's the best left back in the EPL. That is just my opinion in terms of attacking and defending. For me, he is better than everyone else. He's better than Karkes, he's better than Aitonori, he's better than Robertson, he's better than Vardiol this season. He's better than fraud wa Chelsea mwenye anachezanga left back ni nani? Kukureya. Robinson is the best left back in the EPL. That being said, wacha tukupatia lineup ya Fulham. Leno in goal, Tete, Anderson, Cuenca, Robinson, Lukic, Carne, Harry Wilson wamekuwa wakiscore a lot of goals for them this season. Pereira, Jimenez and Adama Traore mwenye alimiss 3 open chances last time Fulham played against Man City at the Etihad. Alimiss 3 open chances. Hiyo game nakumbuka hiyo siku ilisha 3-2. I think tulipewa red card pia hiyo game. Hiyo siku. Other than that, mi sina anything else. Naona Man U pia wanapiga shughuli against Aston Villa. Naona Khalid anasema I hope Villa beats us and Nottingham beat Chelsea. Khalid ni hater, hadi ana hate on his own team. Anasema anataka Man U inyoroshwe na Villa na Nottingham inyoroshe Chelsea. Hiyo ndio kitu hata tunataka. Chelsea wavalishwe, watolewe nje. Chelsea watolewe nje tafadhali. Watolewe nje hao wa Chelsea. Wasicheze mpira wa Champions League na Kiswahili ni bingwa wa Ulaya ama inaitwa aje? Sijui venye inaitwa. Bingwa wa Ulaya, kikombe cha bingwa wa Ulaya. Hizi ni vitu zenye mtu ulikuwa unafaa kujua ukiandika insha. Nataka Nottingham Forest na Chelsea. Man, mbona wananionyesha Liverpool wakiimba wimbo yao yana. Clearly nimeselect ile channel yenye inaleta Chelsea versus Nottingham. Bado sahi they are still serenading Liverpool. What the hell is happening? Are we serious here? Game hata itaanza wakinionyesha tu mambo za Liverpool. Ona bado ni Liverpool. What is happening? Ni kama wako addicted to Liverpool. They are only showing Liverpool. Nyamazisha hiyo wimbo yao ya Never Walk Alone hapo. Toa hiyo wimbo hapo. Toa hiyo wimbo hapo. Acha tuone Man City na Fulham. Naendelea aje hapa. Inaweza kuwa the last game for most City players. Ndio kwa the last game for very many City players. Mtu kama Ederson inaweza kuwa the last time. Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, you never know. Akina Grealish pia kwenye bench. Inaweza kuwa game ya mwisho for some of these players. A lot of work to do hapa in the last game for City. We need to get these 3 points ndio tukue tumesolidify hiyo position yetu. I still think we will draw. I still think we'll draw with them. Andy Madley ndio ref. Naona players wa Chelsea pia wameingia kwa uwanja. Game imeanza hapa ya Man City na Fulham. Just give me a couple of seconds niweze kuweka hii game ya Chelsea on the second screen. Fulham ndio timu ya nyumbani, wamepiga white, Man City wamepiga blue, which means niko offside kwa jezi yenye nimevaa. But yeah, Fulham they are tricky customers. They are very tricky customers our Fulham. Don't underestimate them in any way. Sasa sina screen nyingine yenye tunaweza weka Man U versus Aston Villa. The comedy show. Unajua hiyo ni the comedy show. The comedy show. Comedy team versus Aston Villa. Someone just is sending emails on Sunday. People are sending emails on Sunday. Very interesting hapo. Work emails on Sunday. Very interesting. Aya, tuna hate watch Chelsea, msisahau. That is the main purpose of today. Hate watching Chelsea against NFO. I remember the last time tulicheza against Forest, it was such a good game. See Forest, Fulham away. I think Vardy all scored on that day. Holland. Poor pass, Haaland. Poor pass. Poor pass, Haaland. I thought unge shoot from there, my man. My guy. I thought Haaland would shoot from there, man. In previous years, hapo Haaland ana shoot from outside the box. Ola aina. Natafuta penye tunaweza watch the comedy show, Man U versus Aston Villa. I'm running out of screens apparently. But good things. Lakini ile story ya GPU imenisumbua. GPU ilinikula kichwa vibaya sana. Niki-connect hiyo GPU, I will have how many monitors? I can add 4 monitors to my setup. But sasa hiyo now it needs a lot of computing power. It needs decent computing power kufanya hivyo. Nikisema computing power namaanisha CPU. GPU iko good in itself, but sasa CPU ndio, maybe in the summer if things go accordingly, we might be able to purchase a new CPU, but si CPU, PC in general, kwa sababu a better PC would mean that we'll be able to coordinate different activities at once, including, should I give you the spoiler? Including gaming. Gaming is coming to the channel very, very soon. Very, very soon we will be doing gaming on the channel. If you like that kind of thing, Doku out wide, Doku crosses the ball, inatolewa nje. Aya, Man U pale, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Nottingham, City, Fulham. Very nice. Very nice. Morgan Akoiri anasema good evening. Oh, sasa hiyo good evening leo sasa imefit in vizuri because Man U is playing against Aston Villa. What are your thoughts on the final day? Nimesahau kuuliza hiyo. Nilisahau kuuliza hiyo. What are your thoughts on the final day? Who goes through to the Champions League positions? Na hii ni swali ya kila mtu. Please, let us increase participation. Mniambie nani atakuwa between number 1 na 5. Tunajua number 1 obviously ni Liverpool. The other 4 positions, who do you think is going through? You asked me that last time, but I never asked it back to you. I don't know why Amorim is very impressed by the current selection. Do you think he's very impressed? Unajua ukisema very impressed inamaanisha, how do you know he's very impressed? Ama me, I think he's just picking the best option that he has. I'm thinking he's just picking the best option that he has. That is what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. He's picking his best options. Doku, Jeremy, pelekwa chini, free kick sete. Chance for Marmoush. Oh, Man U ndio wanataki side ingine. Oh. Okay. Free kick hapa for City. Free kick for City. I'm waiting. Who will be between number 1 and 5 other than Liverpool? Realistically, this is filler. This is a filler, maybe. I don't know. Maybe article is missing from that statement. Anaona Marmush hapa kwa free kick. Omar akona uwezo, wacha niwakumbushe. Let me send that reminder to all of you. Marmush akona uwezo. Omar Marmush, pega juu sana. Hizi hapo unafaa kuhit the target at least. The wall is so far, meaning there is no need of hitting the ball like that, Marmush. Aya, kona hapa for Nottingham. Pigwa kona hafifu sana Elanga. Elanga, such a poor corner, Elanga. Being paid as a professional footballer and taking such a corner, as it makes sense. Hata wase wa Sunday League, they are better off. Kupiga corner hivyo, and you're calling yourself a professional, it's not good. I think he's very impressed considering, basically, he's played that lineup in the past 3 games. Sisemi, ako very impressed. I'm saying out of everyone he has, hiyo ndio anaona ni the best, which goes on to speak about how poor your team is. If that is the best that your manager can see. Doku. Piga chenga ya mwili Doku. Against 2 players Doku. Fighting, strong, good maintaining the possession. Maintain possession vizuri sana Doku hapo. Unaona Man U bado anapiga attack hapa against Aston Villa. Changes zimekuwa in defense tu. Forest. Kumbuka Forest, they need a win. If the game ends as a draw, Chelsea wanapita. Doku. Kata ndani Doku. Haaland, leta kitu hapa inatolewa. I want to lose today. Why? Why would you say that for your team? I don't like Man U. But saying you want to lose, heri ungesema I predict we lose today than saying I want to lose. Why do you want to lose, Khalid? What is the purpose behind? What is the goal behind losing today? Cornel ndani hapa, hafifu as always. I'm just waiting. Umefanya nini Bernardo? Doku ana cross ball, unazidhani ana shoot. Bernardo. Pira, hakuna mtu ana attack. Garnacho offers more. Okay, according to you. Though hajaanza hii game for political reasons. Morgan, you can't be sitting between the fence. The expression inakuanga sitting on the fence. You're sitting on the fence. You're sitting on the fence because you're defending Garnacho even though you know he's doing the wrong thing. He's doing the wrong thing. Him being punished for that, shida ingekuwa kama angekuwa anakuwa punished for doing nothing. But what Garnacho is doing, complaining like a kid on social media, do you think that is good for the team? Do you think inaongeza morale among the team? Do you think siyo ni kuandamine and undermine coach literally in front of everyone? You saying it's a political decision, ni kama you are defending his bad behavior. Ni kama kusema unatetea ama you are accepting his poor behavior. The manager punishing him venye Rashford alifanyiwa, you are not saying it was political then? When Rashford was punished by Amorim, you were on Amorim's side. Leo Garnacho akikuwa punished for what he's done, you are saying it's a political reason. That is bias. I've always loved Elanga. Morgan ulikuwa among the first people when you na shout Elanga aende. I remember it. You were among the first people when you were calling for his head. I want to lose. I want to lose, honestly. This has been the worst Man United side I've watched since I became a fan. Hiyo ni kali. Since you became a fan. Hiyo ni kama umedisi team yote ya Man U. Mwambia, this is the worst you've seen in your lifetime since becoming a Man U fan. Enyewe hiyo ni serious. That is serious. Ukisikia mtu amesema kutumia words kama hizo, since I became a fan. Very interesting. By the way, in other news, your favorite manager joins Leverkusen. My favorite manager, mimi hata I don't have a favorite manager, if I'm being honest. None of these managers, they are my favorites. Maybe niseme Lionel Scaloni ndio my favorite manager because he brought Argentina the World Cup. Wengine wote, I don't think I'm a fan of any manager, if I'm being honest. Labda Scaloni peke yake. But in short, unamaanisha Ten Hag amejoin Leverkusen. I think it's a good thing for him. Man U is a dead place. Man U kills careers. It kills careers for everyone. A player, a coach. Mi hata sijui mbona watu wanajoiningi Man U. I know it sounds like I'm being bitter, but I'm keeping it 100. Mi si understand. Man U anapiga bao hapa ndani ya Amad Diallo. Offside. Unaona Vardiol. Siku hizi Vardiol pia attacking imekuwa poor sana siku hizi. Amad ameuza. Me, I thought he scored. I thought he scored from that. Wow. But I think Ten Hag, he's a good manager. See, good he's an okay manager. The only thing about Ten Hag yenye ni poor is his player acquisition. Player acquisition yake is so poor. The way he signs players, you can see that is his biggest weakness. Bora tu asikuwe manager, bora akuwe head coach. Asikuwe involved kwa any form of signings. I think that is his biggest weakness in terms of Ten Hag. Because I think, he can coach a team. He can coach a team. It's good news for Bayern. Unamaanisha Bayern will have the advantage. No wonder they are called Red Devils. That one has flown over my head, if I'm being honest. Tumeongelelea Man U sana, but I think you are supporting what I'm saying. Thank you very much. I repeat again. I repeat again. The issue with United is the owners. I've always had an issue with how they run the club. Si mmechange the owners, Khalid. Let me call you out on that. So you've changed owners from... Okay, see, changed. You've got a new owner, Sakina Sir Jim Ratcliffe. You've changed owners. We haven't changed anything. Mi naona Sir Jim ni kama mimi naona ni kama anashindwa kunini his influence. Anashindwa assert his inajua ina sound kuna mtu atakaa on the edge of on the other side of screen nasema sasa huyu jamaa ana criticize billionaire. But me I still think I'm agreeing with Khalid. I think Glazers wako na too much grip, wako na too much, bado they have influence on the club. I think bado they still have a lot of influence. See a lot, but I think how they have the major influence. That's the only thing you think is wrong with Eric, yeah. And I'm being serious when I say that. I genuinely think weakness ya Ten Hag ni signing players. If you keep him off signings, anaweza coach a good team. Si amefanya hivyo na Ajax. Ama mnasahau. As much as we don't like Ten Hag, we should give him his credit. He did that with Ajax. Unaweza sema hiyo team ya Ajax it was not well coached. Maybe they fumbled it against Spurs. Hiyo siku yenye Spurs walicheza against Ajax, but in the other games Ten Hag amecoach team vizuri. But sasa shida yake inakuanga hiyo. Shida yake inakuanga signings. They refuse to sell the club to Qataris. Imagine how mimi hiyo nilikuwa nimekaza. Acha tu nisiwadanganye. Hiyo nayo nilikuwa nimekazi. Unaona if Man U was bought by Qataris ama to some people from the Arab world. Najua ina sound a bit racist nikisema hivyo, but our watu wenye they are from Middle East, they can run a business. I'm telling you they can run a business. If you nakumbukanga, was it back in 2022? I remember when Man U walikuwa linked na Middle Eastern guys who wanted to buy the club. Hapo sasa nilikuwa nimekaza sana isi go through, because those guys who could have turned this club upside down and make it a good club. Juu sasa unajua how they wana cut out all the nonsense. They lay out the plan, wanasema sisi this is the plan that we have and we will achieve it. Alafu hao wanakuanga na perseverance even during the difficult times. How they still keep on going. Hao wataendelea tu kuenda na plan yao tu until the end, until it works out. Alafu sasa unajua sasa they have money in the first place. Hiyo sasa ndio inakuanga advantage ya najua ina sound so political nikisema hivyo, but the advantage of having Middle Eastern owners is that our ninido si ati that is not as much as it is their business, it's not their business. Sijui kama as in awanunu hiyo club ati juu anataka ati hiyo club itengeneze do mingi, ama ati wanataka hiyo club iwasaidie kuongeza wealth yao. They already have that. As much as hiyo club inaongezea do, but as much as hiyo Man U inaweza ongezea do, wangeirani na good way kwa sababu hawana hiyo. Okay, wacha tu niseme openly. Hawana hiyo tamaa ya hiyo do. That is the right word. I don't know why I'm sugarcoating it. How they could have turned your club upside down. Me, I genuinely believe that. But sasa hao wengine, as much as they have more money than us, alafu sasa hao wengine wanakuanga na PR mingi unnecessary. Wanaona PR ile ya nitasema aje, ile yani they do anything to cover themselves out of the blame, wasikuwe blamed for anything. Man U perform poorly, they go and sign a player for like Anthony for 80 million. Ndio waoneshe they are trying. They do these moves zenye ni kama they are trying to show to you that they are doing their part, but sasa things are not working out. That is how they run that football club. Obviously sijui the inside news kwa sababu mimi si mtu wa Man U, but from the outside looking in, I think that is how it goes around the world. Kuna reason why he's the worst manager in EPL history. The worst manager in EPL history ni ule manager alikuwa manager wa Derby County back in 08-09 who finished with the least number of points in an EPL season, meaning Ten Hag hawezi kuwa the worst manager. Amorim currently he's a worse manager in the EPL than Ten Hag. Ten Hag finished third. Amorim amefinished third. Amorim ako 16th ama ni 17th, whichever. Ako huko chini tunajua. So we kuita Ten Hag the worst manager without including your boy Amorim hapo. They use Khalid hata ndiye amecapture it well. They use Man U as a cash cow. Unajua Man U Man U iko na fans wengi around the world. You can commercialize Man U a lot. As much as they are not playing well on the field, unaweza make a lot of money from that. T-shirts, jersey sales, and many other things. When you said it kills, wanasema, okay, I get you. When you said Man U kills careers, I understand it now. Niko nimeload hapa. I can name 5 things wrong with him. Eric, haya sasa name basi. Bora usijirudie. Unajua unaweza sema he's not a good tactician, point 1. Alafu point 2 useme he does not know how to come up with formation and tactics. Hiyo umejirudia. Name kitu moja yenye fanani na kitu kingine. But me I genuinely think weakness ya Ten Hag ni signings. Dalot coming on, game kwisha. So far sijaona bao in any of these 2 games, 3 games that we are watching. Haya, piga attack hapa Aston Villa. Mpira nini? Poteza mpira hapa, offside. Kwa offside hapo Watkins. I did like Ineos buying a stake in United. Those fools plus Glazers are cancer in United. Literally, they aren't investing kwa club. Alafu hiyo voting rights, si unaona? Glazers bado wako na sisemi Sir Jim ati he's not a good person or anything. But mimi from what I'm seeing, as much as tuliambua hao ndio take over the sporting side of the club, you can still feel that the Glazers wako na Golazo! Gundogan! Overhead kick by the old man. 1-0 City. 1-0 City. You're saying he's old? 1-0 City Gundogan. 1-0 Gundogan Golazo. Lovely work by Nunes. He's improving as a right back. Lovely work by Nunes. Nice work. 1-0 City. 1-0 City. I'd take the derby manager. Morgan, you're being extreme, sasa. You take the derby manager over Ten Hag. Hata huyo derby manager, there's a reason why we don't know his name. Maybe the derby manager is watching me from the other side of the world and ashindwa, who is this African guy hating on me? Hata hatujui jina yake kwa sababu ya hiyo. Chelsea bado wako 0-0 against Nottingham Forest. Man U pia ni 0-0 against Villa. People blast Ten Hag for no good reason. He had a toxic work environment. Same thing na Amorim. Hata Amorim ako in the same situation sahi. United isn't a good environment for players and coaches. Exactly. See me, that is what I'm telling Morgan. Hawezi niambia tangu Ferguson atoke hiyo club yenyu ati everyone mwenye amekuwa akikuwa coach is a bad coach. Anaangalia possible offside hapa. Possible offside hapa. Naangalia possible offside hapa, 22 minutes on the clock. Anasema it's a goal. It's a goal. Morgan, there's no way unaweza niambia that since Ferguson mekuwa na coaches wangapi? Wacha ni mention wenye mimi najua as a non-Man United fan. Ule wa kwanza mkaeka Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho. After Mourinho, someone is calling me sahi, man. Hello. Ulikuwa tumename nani? Tulikuwa tumesema after Moyes, tukasema Van Gaal, tukasema Mourinho, Ole Gunnar. Should we count watu kama akina Rangnick? Huyu jamaa wa sahi Ten Hag akakuja, au ni 5? Alafu Amorim 6. Out of all those 6 managers, do you think wote mmekuwa na bad luck ya kuokota coaches wabaya? Na sahi tuko discussion ya coaches, hatujafika discussion ya nini? Ya players. Me, I have a good reason for calling Eric said. Eric, kwanza Ten Hag, you should respect him kwa sababu he won you 2 trophies in one of your worst times. Najua ndio kitu moja mimi I keep seeing Man U wana as much as this is going to sound like hate. Kitu moja yenye Man U mnajifanyanga venye Ten Hag, he did a lot of nothing. Nunes, piga cutback, Marmoush, wanachonga nini? Piga overcooked man, overcooked. Man U mnasahau ingi Ten Hag won you 2 trophies. As much as inaweza kuwa si Champions League ama Premier League, without those 2 trophies mngekuwa pahali pabaya sana. Angalieni your cousins down the road in Arsenal. Angalia Arsenal down the road. Nice work, Nico Gonzalez. Pass to end product Nico is poor. End product Gonzalez iko down, end product. Ten Hag won you 2 trophies. As much as mnaweza sema it was poor football, he did that. And you still called for his head. Sijaona watu online, maybe mimi ndio sijuani now. Sijaona watu wengi wakisema Amorim out. If the derby manager was the worst, we'd definitely know his name. We just know that derby was the worst. So you're trying to reverse the roles, Morgan. You're trying to be cheeky. Cross ball. Nini? Atari. Harry Wilson. The hell is going on? Look at how Madrid is run. Does anyone know? Acha niulize kitu moja. Ama acha nitauliza hiyo baadaye. It's a technical question. Look at how Madrid is run. Yani Perez ana deal na running ya club, all the politics, coaches. Yeye akuwe ana deal na squad game. Coach akuwe ana deal na squad na games, exactly. Unajua having good owners, watu huwa underestimate hiyo so much. Having hata tuseme good owners. That is the wrong word. Having a club that is run well is not easy, but it is very beneficial. It is very beneficial for the success of the club. Mimi nasemanga, in order for a club to be successful and win major trophies, lazima kukuwe na vitu 3. Good players, good manager, and a good board. Nasema, na ikiongeza hii a good board na maanishanga good management board. Watu wanasemanga, unaweza survive bila, uwezi. Kwa sababu board ndio wana pull strings zote, wana pull tuta spend how much money in the summer, nani tutatoa, nani amefika point yenye tunatoa, nani amefika. Sasa Lindelof, wacha tuchukue Lindelof as the example. How many years amekuwa Man U without being high level? Piga hapa golazo nini hapa, anakosa Man U, kosa hapa heaven, kosa nafasi hapa United. Kidungi. Marmoush, una load Marmoush. So mnasikia, having a good board of management is very important. I will even say you can survive with 2 out of 3 ya hizo vitu 3 nimename, but one of the things yenye lazima ikuwe hapo ni a good board ama good management. Anda uangalie tu Barcelona. Mtu alikuwa anaitwa Bartomeu mwenye alikuwanga president wa Barcelona, what he did to that club, to our beloved club. Na unajua sasa the worst part about board ni mistakes zao hazionekanangi immediately. Wacha ni I feel you in on something. Let me feel you in on something. Unajua shida advantage yenye board wako nayo, makosa zao hazionekanangi immediately. Good players na good coach, we can see their work week in week out. Juu kila wiki team itacheza tuone, na Onana amecheza but amekuwa poor sana leo. Na Amorim make zile subs haraka kwa final. Players walicheza hadi dakika ya 70 before make subs. Hiyo ilikuwa sasa kwa board hauwezi. Makosa za board zinaanza kuonekana 3 to 5 years down the line. Kwa sababu activities zote zenye they do zinakuanga behind the scenes. Hiyo nililearn the hard way na Barcelona. Barcelona ilikuwa hivyo with akina Bartomeu. Bad mistake after bad mistake after bad mistake after bad ilikuja kutuhound afterwards. After kama 5 years unaangalia unashindwa. Na hizi contracts walikuwa wanalipa hao players hii pesa mingi hivi. Na ni players wazee. Mbona board walikuwa wanapeana contract hivi? Mbona walispend 120 million on Coutinho? Mbona walispend 140 million on Dembele? Mbona hii pesa yote walispend mara moja in desperation wanataka kureplace Neymar? Na hiyo sasa, hizo ni maswali mimi nilikuwa najiuliza huko 2020, 2021. Hiyo ndio inakuanga shida ya board sasa. Anyway, I think we get the picture. Acha tusome hizi comments. Sisi fans wa kitambo, we know shida United na si coaches. Morgan has other agendas. Aya, Morgan alikuwa called out hapo. I know the atmosphere was toxic, but there is that and there is Morgan, tumehesabu 6 managers. Unajua hiyo ndio kitu wenyewe utaki kutake into consideration. Aya, Traore, Adama, nasaidia tena Adama. Adama Traore saves Man City once more. Chelsea alikuwa mpiga attack hapa but imekuwa hafifu. Madukuku. Neto unafaa kuscore from there, man. Mani wanasukuma Aston Villa. As much as Khalid anataka Mani wa lose, they are pushing Aston Villa. Kila time I'm turning, I'm seeing Aston Villa on the skates. A good example hata ni Kenya. Harambee Stars has good potential, but we all blame the many coaches wenye wamekuwa. But only problem imekuwa federation. Poor management that trickles down to the kabisa. Hapo unapata A++ on that one. And it can be seen. Unajua sasa vitu kama hizo tunaona. Sasa hii Man U lazima muimprove sana. Na ndio maana I remember back in November when I was losing my head here, nakumbukanga one of my biggest head losses ilikuwa after Brighton na after Man U, after we lost to Brighton 2-1 and after we lost to United at Etihad. I called out to the board for that time, on that day. I called them out kwa sababu nilianza kunotice how board pia kuna venye wamekuwa wakioperate na fraud way. Sikatai Khalid, but what I mean, Eric was poor. Not that the management is very good and frankly impressive. But bado mimi I'm still saying honors. But sasa wacha tuone what will happen in the summer. Just say it's so easy to throw stones at their houses because we already know the season was poor for Man U and for the other clubs zenye tumekuwa tukimention. But in the summer, hata mimi sahi for Man City, I will be very quiet. Tutakuwa nafanya transfer news, but I won't be calling out to the board. Maybe kuna times mara moja ama mbili I will slip up and call them out. But hiyo siku wenye transfer window itaisha, wakuwa hawajafanya anything meaningful, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to call them out. I'm telling you. Aya, Doku attack Doku. Dogs. Corner though. Corner. Man U kwani wanaata ama Aston Villa wako na red card? Kila time yenye nageuka kuangalia screen, I'm seeing Man U ndio wana attack. Every time I'm turning naona tu Aston Villa in their own box trying to survive. Chelsea bado wako 0-0 against Nottingham Forest. Mi siwezi blame coach Ten Hag won something. Exactly. Hiyo ndio kitu yenye nimekuwa nikisema. Sisemi you shouldn't have sacked him. Pause. Kidungi Marmush? Hiyo ni foul bana Marmush. But sasa ukiconsider they have a poor board, the players are not that good, and then you start including the mistakes zenye coach ana make hapo katikati, it's going to be terrible everywhere. Unajua kama mngekuwa na good players, ingekuwa inasaidia kucover up some mistakes. But sasa uhesabu poor board of management, poor players. Sasa kusema poor coach, nataka kusema mistakes from the coach. Mnajikook tu wenyewe in the end. The board just fires coaches to say, si unaona? Si nimekwambia that is what the board in Man U does. They will do their best to make sure that hawakui blamed for anything. They do their best to make sure that they are never blamed for anything. Aya, Fulham anapiga attack hapa. Harry Wilson anakata ndefu, anapatia Traore, netwa ndefu cross, inapita wanaharibu, inapigwa kidungi, inakuwa blocked. Andreas Pereira, Lukic anapiga kitu inaenda nje. Goal kick. Hatari sana hapo for Fulham. Hatari sana Fulham hapo. Hiyo ilikuwa chance man. Ilikuwa chance. Hii chaos yote imeanzishwa na Adama Traore. Wow. Hiyo ni Kani, si Lukic, ni Kani. Eish. Hapo we are just surviving on that one, if I'm being honest. Hiyo alikuwa ameficha, ni venye imeenda off target. Kama ingekuwa tu on target, hata goalkeeper hakuwa ameiona. Fulham wamekaribia sana hapa kupata bao yao ya kwanza. In the meantime, City still leading. Hiyo chaos yote imeanzishwa na Traore. Aya, Forest pia wana struggle. Kumbuka Forest wakidraw na Chelsea, Forest ndio wata miss out, so they need to win against Chelsea. Eric won us the League Cup. FA was more of individuals. I don't think so. On that day enye mlitushinda, I remember it watching the game downstairs. You are very well coached, Morgan. You are defensively sound. I remember it very well. See, last season, towards the end of last season, mlikuwa very well coached in that game. Na hiyo sasa ina open up another discussion. When a team is playing well and they are winning, how much credit is given to the players and how much credit is given to the coach? Out of 100%, Wambu pay coach marks na players marks, such that ukiadi ya coach na ukiadi ya players, zote zinafaa kukua 100%. Unafaa kucredit ngapi kwa coach? Obviously, mimi in my mind, I think players wanafaa kukua na more, kwa sababu wao ndio they executing the art of football. But sasa kama hiyo yenye unasema it was more of individuals. Si Ten Hag ndiye alipick au ongea vizuri bada. Si Ten Hag ndiye alipick out how individuals. Yeye ndiye aliwa coach, yeye ndiye alisema these are the 11 players when I'm going to put and this is how they are going to coordinate and win. Anyway, Morgan is against Ten Hag so much. I think we can sit here for the entire time and discuss that. I think kuna managers who did a good job without a lot of resources. Mourinho, usisema Mourinho wako na resources. Mlinunua Lukaku pesa ngapi mara ya kwanza? Pogba alinunuliwa under Van Gaal. Mourinho alikuwa na resources, my guy. Wezi sema Mourinho akiwin hiyo Europa League kwa na resources. Akina Pogba, Lukaku, Matic, au si resources back in 2017? Sisemi ya kufanya good work, but ni kama wewe you have this facade that he fought through thick and thin to win that Europa. He coached you well. There's no doubt about that. He coached you well. But he had resources. He had resources. Marmush, piga kitu inatolewa hapa nje. Every coach makes mistakes. But system ndio huwa ina fail in the first stance. Morgan, basi mbona Mourinho was fired? Okay. Mbona Mourinho alikuwa fired basi? Good work hapo by Marmush, cheeky ball over the top. Mpira ilikuwa iende kwa Haaland but inakosekana. Hiyo FA was more of individuals. Morgan. Hiyo hapana. Kama Ten Hag angechagua kucheza na defenders 11, si angewaharibia hiyo game peke yake. Mngemblame yeye for doing that. Now that aliweka players vizuri na mkashinda, why don't you want to give him credit? Haaland ana struggle. Sikumbuki the last time niliona Haaland anakaa ni kama he's offbeat for so many games at once. Juu anakaa ni kama ana struggle kila game yenye anacheza. Nice work hapo by Akanji, Minister of Bozo. Doku attacking. Doku anatisha. Lovely work by the Belgian. Piga kona. Marmush. Kidai Marmush. Kwenda. Marmush. I expected more composure from you. I expected Marmush akuwe na composure hapo bana. Gonzalez the very good shot on target hapo lakini Leno saw it all the way. Marmush hapo inafaa kuwa 1-0. Inafaa kuwa 1-0. Inafaa kuwa 2-0, sorry. Sorry to say so, but hapo Marmush, considering who you are, inafaa kuwa bao. Okay, hii topic wacha tu tuendelee nayo baadaye. Ten Hag won us the FA, hakuna individuals hapo. He was alimanage well. Hata as much as tunaweza disagree, but he coached you well on that day. He coached you well. Kama angewaambia go attacking and then mshindane na Man City foot to foot ama eye to eye ama man to man, mshindane nao, you would have lost that game. Edasona mpira hapa. I'm eager to hear Amorim talking to fans after the game, bro. It's so cringe. Kama huja win anything, there's no need to talk to the fans. I'm being harsh. That is being harsh. Atawaambia nini sasa? We went to Bilbao and we did our best, but this team, I know this team won't let you down. They will fight for the badge. Thank you for all the love you've shown me. Since I came to United, they've showed me love even when I haven't won. Hizo unajua ni PR tu anafanya. He wants to make you guys feel well. Hizo nizo vitu. Si hata Ateta anasemanga the same things. That he let us speak to the fans. Hizi vitu zilikuwa zinafanyika tukianza kuona mpira. Ama at that time we were so young that we didn't understand football. Hatari, Harry Wilson, piga hapa, nini? Piga side netting hapa Pereira. Ederson with 2 very good saves so far in the first half. Mara ya pili anakataza Harry Wilson from getting something. Harry Wilson bana. We find a lot of space. Ukoona on a Vardiol, just a passenger. Wow, Pereira angescore from there. Well, hiyo ilikuwa chance. That was a good chance, if I'm being honest. That was a good chance for them. hizo chances zote mbili za Harry Wilson, they are very good chances. Huh? Man City bado umjue, we are not out of the dark cloud ati tuanze kumess around sasa. Don't get too comfortable. Nice one, Nico. Nice one, Gonzalez. Eka tu pass, Gonzalez. Ah, Doku. Nice one. Tumeponea hapo, wameponea. I'm scared of the coming season, honestly. We need a rebuild from the foundation. Heri nikue mid-table for the next 2 seasons, but for the end, ama in the end, nijue there is something to wait for. Ujue sasa venye you are not playing any European football. Unajua venye sasa you are not playing any European football. Wacha tu nikwambie ukweli. They won't spend a lot of money kwa sababu hiyo ndio itakuwa excuse yao. Hiyo ndio itakuwa excuse yao kila saa. Watakuwa wanasema do kuweka hiyo ndio itakuwa excuse ya nini ya your club for the entire for the forthcoming transfer window. Unajua mimi I was thinking about something. Jumani, okay, wacha before nikwambie what I was thinking. Mani watasema hatujafika Europe, meaning hatuwezi spend pesa, tutapitisha FFP. Hivyo tu ndivyo watasema, and then they are going to spend kitu kama 50 million and then they show you venye wamelemewa and they can't do anything. Hoyland. La, goalkeeper unafanya nini Martinez? Emi Martinez, what are you doing, man? Amemwipe out. Martinez, that is so poor from you. That is so poor, Martinez. That is so poor, Martinez. What are you doing? Pigo red card hapa, Emiliano. Martinez, mimi heri ni concede from there. Mimi heri ni concede from there ni kama mimi ndio goalkeeper. That's crazy what he's done. That is hiyo ni red card. Watapeana red card hiyo. That is a red card. Haya, sasa wacha niwaambie kitu moja. Is that a goal scoring opportunity? Let us open the door for such discussions. Mekuwa sent off hapa Emiliano Martinez. Uone venye football is crazy. Wacha sasa ni rant sasa. Kama utaki kusikia rant, this is the time to go for your halftime drink. Ama you go and enjoy yourself for halftime. If that is given as a red card and the ball is going away from goal, how is it possible that Dean Henderson in the FA Cup final handled the ball, which was also going off play, off the goal, and he was not given a red card? Explain that to me. I am waiting for you. Si hata hii situation, umeona ball is moving away. Si tuliambua hivyo. Hivyo ndivyo tuliambua ile ya FA Cup ya Man City na Crystal Palace. We were told that the ball is not going towards the goal. Kwa hivyo it can't be classified as a goal scoring opportunity. Same thing imehappen hapo. Martinez amemwipe out. The ball is not going towards the goal, meaning it's not a goal scoring opportunity and it should not be a red card. You can't be changing the rules every weekend. See your ball, is it going towards the goal? Is it going towards the goal, your ball? Is it going towards the goal? It's not. Ile ya Man City in the final, tuliambiwa the ball is also not going towards the goal. Ndio maana Dean Henderson haikuwa classified as a goal scoring opportunity. So here Man U, why is it being classified as a goal scoring opportunity? How? Explain that to me. How is that being classified as a goal scoring opportunity? Between hiyo chance yenye ni Højlund ako nayo na ile yenye Haaland alikuwa nayo in the final, gani ndio inakaa goal scoring between those two? Gani hata iko karibu na goal post? Uone how crazy these people think we are. Ya Man City walisema it is not a goal scoring opportunity. Sasa hii Martinez amekuwa sent off because it was a goal scoring opportunity. Crazy. Sini nawaambianga amski, the rules are applied differently to everyone. The rules kwa hii sport rules zinakuwa applied differently for everyone. Ina depend who you are. You might do the same crime, upewe a different punishment from the other person. How is Martinez sent off in this? Now let me make it clear. For me, hiyo ni goal scoring opportunity. I'm not arguing against it to everyone out there. But in the same way, hiyo ya Man City in the final, it was also a goal scoring opportunity. That is my verdict. Hakuna venye hii ya Højlund itakuwa classified as a goal scoring opportunity na ile yenye Haaland alikuwa nayo ikose kukuwa classified ati because the ball inarudi nyuma na inaenda toa against the goal post. That is the craziest thing I've ever had in football. Nimemalizia rant hapo. Nimemalizia hapo, imeisha. But I hope at the end of the day, EPL ikiisha leo, you will see what I'm talking about. Sinawambianga rules zinakuwa applied differently for everyone. Mnadhani mimi ni mwenda wazimu? I keep telling you rules zinakuwa applied differently for everyone. You think I'm crazy. Si ndivyo mnaniambianga unapenda kuteta referee sana. Angalia hiyo. How many meters away from goal? Na huyu amepoa red card straight. Hata tujangalia VAR. Oh my God. Hata ijaangaliwa. Kuangaliwa ijaangaliwa. Nawambianga in this world you have to have eyes and a brain to think for yourself. I keep telling you you need to have eyes and a brain to ensure that you can think for yourself. Otherwise ukingojanga kila mtu akuwa nakwambia kitu, people will be telling you different things every day. Leo utakuwa unauliza mtu 1 + 1 ni anakwambia 2. Kesho unamuuliza 1 + 1 ni anakwambia 3. Kesho kuto unamuuliza 1 + 1 ni anakwambia 11. You need to be able to think for yourself. Sasa angalia hiyo kitu imehappen hapo. Hiyo wamepeana direct red card na wakasema ati it is a goal scoring opportunity. The rules are applied differently for everyone. That is the main, that is what I was saying. Amorim akwende na hizo speech zake. Aseme tu ya sorry and move on. Already wamespend only 100M. Wewe sitaishi kukwambia EPL has the worst refs in the world. Una rant bure. Unaweza ona hata game ingine leo. Si ndio I'm saying? Hakuna consistency in the EPL. Hata si EPL, in English football. Hata naweza sema ni football yote in general. Hakuna consistency in anything that happens. Acha niachane hiyo story. Kuna mtu atasema you're only speaking like that because you lost. Mimi I don't care about losing. Ishapita hiyo, but mimi kitu wenye mimi I care about ni making sure that rules zinakuwa applied equally to everyone. If it's not being applied equally, then haja ya kukuwa na referee ni gani? Nilikuwa naona clip fulani hapo Andrew Tate anasema, haiko related to this, but alikuwa anasema that if in football we need a referee in order to ensure that no one cheats, what makes you think that the government inafanya everything the right way? If people are willing to cheat in a sport, what makes you think that they won't cheat as a government? Anyway, mimi si mtu wa siasa. But I hope you're seeing what I'm saying. I hope you're seeing what I'm saying. Hakuna venye rules zinakuwa applied differently leo na kesho. It doesn't make any sense in any way. Na hiyo inamaanisha we don't have a fair system. Hiyo imepeanwa direct, imekuwa classified direct as a whatever, as a nini, as not as a goal scoring opportunity. Are you seeing it? Anyway, chaniache ishapita hiyo. Half time Man U wako na advantage. Aston Villa washatoka hivyo. Aston Villa washaenda. Aston Villa will lose that game. I'm telling you. They will lose that game. And when they lose that game, Chelsea will qualify. So in case hata Chelsea will drop points, they will still be safe. That is what Martinez has done. Wacha tuangalie table and then we speculate on what might happen. Ndio hiyo hit the like kama uko hapa on the other side. Haya. So far, if everything is a draw, Chelsea will qualify. But Aston Villa will lose to Man U. I can promise you that. I can promise you Aston Villa will lose to Man U. There's no way Villa they are holding it down for 45 minutes without a goalkeeper. Okay, wako na goalkeeper ama wacha tuseme with 10 men. There's no way they will hold it down. Spurs are leading 1-0. Man U watakuwa 18th akia nani. Yaani Man U hata mnaweza win na mbaki hapo. Mtabaki na 43. But sasa hizi teams mbili lazima zishinde. Spurs they already winning wako na 40. Man U mkiwin, obviously mimi nashuku Man U will win. Sasa Chelsea pray that Man U wins and your game ends as a draw. If your game ends as a draw, you're good. Sinaona mko na 67 na Aston Villa wako na 67. But sasa wakilose watakuwa na 66, nyinyi mko na 67. A draw will be good for you sasa. Sasa ombeni tu Man U just score one. Man U wafunge tu kabao kamoja. Ni hivyo. Chelsea inacheza Champions League next season. Unless sasa Nottingham Forest washinde. If Nottingham Forest win, wataruka Chelsea, watakuwa number 5. So that is the situation in the situation room. But Martinez hiyo ni madness. Bro, umeona hiyo pass yenye defender wake amemake? Umeona hiyo pass yenye defender wake amemake? Have you seen the kind of pass yenye huyo goalkeeper amemake? Yenye huyo defender amemake? Just crazy. Mimi najua kitu moja inanishangazanga. In that situation yenye huyu jamaa ana pass ball nyuma hivyo. Si heri utoe ball hapo kando ikwe throw in. I know the most likely outcome ni a pass ball ifikie goalkeeper vizuri and there is no problem. I know that is the most likely outcome. But bro, sasa hiyo team yako inaweza imagine mcheze 37 games in the EPL, but just because of that one bad pass. Just one pass. How many passes do you think Aston Villa have made this season as a football club? How many passes have our players wote wenye wamechezea Nottingham Forest this year about this season in the EPL? How many passes do you think they've made? Mingi sana. But wanaweza kosa kucheza Champions League because of that one pass. Hiyo pass moja yenye huyu jamaa ameshikwa na wazimu akapass nyuma, ball ikakosa kufika. Martinez hata mimi sielewi. Mimi sielewi Martinez. Juu ukiangalia screen vizuri, heri goalkeeper ungerudi nyuma kwa goal. Considering Højlund ndio striker. Hiyo ni red card straight. Juu amemblock straight. Hiyo ni red card straight. Hapo hata siwezi shinda nikimtetea as much as he's Argentine. I can't make a case for him. That's a red card. Direct, hapo hata hakuna discussion. You've prevented the player from scoring. Have you prevented? Yes. Good, hiyo ni red card. Acha nisikize Eminem in the background. Ndio, acha tukue serious. Martinez ruining my evening. He's giving you the worst, the outcome that you didn't want. But Aston Villa wanaweza kosa kucheza Champions League because of that one pass. Imagine hiyo pass moja ikiwatoa. Imagine. How crazy is that? A whole season ikuwe summarized by one pass. I don't know what to say. Wacha tutafute memes ndani ya Reddit. I was finally able to nione nikiplay clip, is it going to bring up copyright nonsense? Matubahatishe. But sasa lazima ni mute hata ingoma yenye nacheza. Wacha tuone, nataka tuone hii situation. Wacha tuone. Tusijui kama copyright ita strike. Ndio hiyo situation. Angalia hiyo pass kwenye imetolewa. There were meaning that Martinez hangeweza hata kufika in the first place. In the first place, ukiangalia positioning yake, kama amefika kwa hiyo ball that late, inamaanisha hakuwa in a position yenye he could have swept that ball. Hakuwa sweeper keeper in that occasion. Mimi nikiwa yeye, if I'm being honest, if I was him, ningerudi nyuma kwa goalpost. Ningerudi nyuma kwa goalpost if I was him. Alafu considering striker ni Højlund. Alafu kuko na 2 defenders hapa. Martinez hiyo ni bozo. Alafu jamaa mwenye ana pass ball huku. Was he under a lot of pressure? Hiyo ni madness tu. Madness by the guy passing the ball, madness by the goalkeeper. Mpigwa red card straight. Hiyo ni test tutafanya, tuone kama tutapigwa copyrights. Ten Hag. Ona Martinez, ndio kitu yenye Martinez amefanya. Ameingia ngumu. Hiyo ilikuwa ni kama ni rugby. Pop! Martinez is retarded. Martinez is a weird guy. Sasa yeye ndiye anapatia Man U that win. Why is he fouling that way? I did a Bellingham pause because I dedicated all the words I want to Bellingham. Sema future goat. Kama Modric alikuwa amedrink a lot during his farewell. He was uttering stupid statements. He's the worst Ballon d'Or winner in football's history. Ten Hag. Imagine if they get relegated. Kuna jamaa wenye ni hate hapo. Ata yank nonsense. Wacha tusome hii barua. Najua ni upuzi tu. Wacha tusome tu. San Diego FC and LA Galaxy are united in our efforts to foster a safe and welcoming environment for all fans attending our matches. There's no room for violence in the sport. True. Mimi pia I don't stand for violence. The incidents that occurred following Saturday's match at Snapdragon. Majina za stadium za US ni funny sana. Snapdragon ni hii company inatengenezanga processors za simu. Do not reflect the values of either club and are entirely unacceptable. We urge all fans to support the game we love with the passion and respect, ensuring that every match remains safe and enjoyable experience for everyone in attendance. Both clubs are actively working with Snapdragon Stadium Security, MLS, and local law enforcement to conduct a thorough review of the incidents. Any behavior found to be in violation of the MLS fan code of conduct will result in disciplinary action, which may include stadium ejections and bans. Sasa kama wewe ndio uli misbehave on that day, utatafutwa. Ndio hii sasa another nonsense yenye I was telling you. Sinawambia rules, they are not applied the same to everyone. Unajua, you think I'm crazy. I'm telling you, in football, nimenotice hiyo pattern. Hii hapa chini, angalia, hii hapa chini, this is Ferran Torres being fouled by Tchouaméni in the El Clasico. It was not given as a red card. It was not given as a red card. It was not classified as a goal-scoring opportunity. Hii Mbappe hapa juu, it was classified as a goal-scoring opportunity, and the Sevilla player was sent off. I'm telling you, the rules are not rules hazikuangi applied equally to everyone in football. Mnadhaningi mimi ni crazy nikisema hivyo. Aya, prayer for Chelsea hapa. Kuna mtu mwenye anaombea Chelsea. How many points? I don't care. This is one of the craziest things nishaiona. So, Aston Villa wali do a guard of honor for Liverpool because Liverpool ndio wamewin FA. Alafu Liverpool wakafanywa guard of honor na wakafanyia, nime confused. Let me compose myself. Crystal Palace wakafanyia Liverpool guard of honor because Liverpool ndio wamewin EPL. And then at the same time, Liverpool wakafanyia Crystal Palace guard of honor because Crystal Palace ndio wamewin FA. I don't think we've seen that kind of a situation in football in a while. Crazy. Acha turudi kwenye uwanja. Naona Gundogan anaandaa team ya City. Haya, game ya Chelsea Forest iko 0-0. We want Forest to do something for us. Msisahau. Aya, he did not even attempt to play the ball. Facts. Angerudi back to his post considering form ya huyo fake Brock Lesnar. Unajua, let me say something. Ile time yenye Haaland alikuja EPL, kuna mtu alikuwa amekaa pahali, alikuwa anadhani ati Haaland atashindana na Haaland in terms of goal scoring. There was someone, kuna mtu akili yake ilikuwa inamdanganya that will happen. Shame on you. Kama wewe ushaifikiria kitu kama hiyo, shame on you. We have a new coach pale Madrid. Mshamweka. Chantafute hiyo post. Sioni anywhere. Alright, Forest, we need something. (2021) alishinda Champions League. Chelsea 2022 Real against Liverpool. 2023 City. 2024 nini Madrid. Aya, unajua sijai realize hiyo. Sijai realize hii kitu. Angalieni hii fact. Pep ali stop Madrid from getting another three-peat because he ndiye ali-interrupt hapo katikati. Because Madrid won in 2022 and then City won in 2023 and then Madrid went back and won it in 2024. Wow, hiyo ni crazy. I don't think we've ever realized that happened. Wow, it's a very good post up. This is why I hate people on the internet. Some people on the internet. Let me show you. Najua hii ndio inakuanga segment yetu ya nini ya halftime, but we'll be doing it. Aya, acha tuanze. Laporta was spotted crying during the Femeni players with the Barcelona women players following the WCL final. Yes, Barcelona women lost against Arsenal women in the Champions League. And then Laporta alikuwa na console players wake crying with them. So kuna mtu anasema, is Spain filled with predators like this guy and Marco Rubio's or whatever his name was? What part of you Ama what part of that makes you think Laporta consoling his players while he's crying makes him a predator? What makes you think that is being a predator? In order to be a predator, lazima ukuwe you're doing some behaviors zenye zina make the other people uncomfortable. Some sexual behaviors zenye zina make the other person uncomfortable. What part of him doing that made him a predator? That is very stupid. I keep saying that. That statement is a bit extreme. Maybe I'm defending my president too much. But that is crazy. Kusema kitu kama hiyo, it is crazy. Na ndio maana nashinanga nikisema hizi affairs za women football, most people should be kept away from them. Kuna watu wafai kuwa wana participate in such discussions. So huyo mtu akili yake imemuonesha that Laporta sasa was taking advantage of those players, which is very stupid. It is very stupid. It is a very stupid thing to say. Jude and that Burukenge Vini making my bro, man. Nani nimeona ame take the lead of the golden boot, man. And penalty. And penalty ni anaongoza golden boot. That is not good, guys. But Mbappe is a killer, if I'm being honest. Header inatolewa hapa. Offside Akanji. Mpira bado si offside. Leno is down. Mbappe is dangerous, bro. Mbappe is a good player. But sasa mimi na understand. Do you think Madrid would get rid of Vinicius? Mi sioni waki get rid of Vinicius. Piga golazo hapa United. Hoyland the fraud. Pata bao hapa lakini ni offside. Offside hapo. Hoyland alikuwa amefurahia sana. Fraud. Kwa offside hapo Mr. Rasmus. When you celebrate you, there's only his Chelsea wamescore. Chelsea wamescore, man. Forest, man. They are ruining things. Who else? Enzo Fernandez. Ama ni Colwill. Chelsea wanapata bao moja. Juhudi zao za Champions League zinaendelea kuongezeka. Chances zao za kucheza Champions League zimeongezeka maradufu sasa. Chelsea wanapata bao moja hapa against Forest. Tuone. Natolewa. It's just shit defending. Huyo number 7 ni nani? Nico Williams ama ni Brandon Williams? Huyo Williams wa Nottingham Forest mess up your situation. Because he is heading the ball away. See away, he's heading the ball towards his goal. What kind of defending is that? Fernandez naye anaekelea kitu hapa. Madueke mpira inaletwa hapa. Sels anatoa uchafu. Forest ni kama they are shitting the bed. Chelsea wameingia, wame-solidify position yao. Forest so far, in my opinion, I don't think wame-turn up. For this game. You can see hata venye wana attack, they are not coordinated. They are not very coordinated, Forest. They are not coordinated. Cha tuweke table kwa screen tuone. United wanapiga attack hapa. Napiga attack hapa Fulham. Pereira, Bozo, goalkeeper anachukua. Ederson. That one table inasema nini? Cha niwaekee half time scores on the screen. Ndio hiyo so far in half time. Unaweza ona. Kuna yenye ionekani. Ndio hiyo scores in half time. Si half time. Sasa tuko dakika 53. Unaweza ona hapa 0-0 City leading. Hapa Liverpool down against Forest. United hapa still goal down against whoever, Aston Villa. Newcastle 0-0 against Everton. Chelsea leading. Southampton wanapiga bao hapa against Arsenal. Spurs pia wamekuwa equalized by Brighton. Brighton wame-equalize and then Brentford they are leading. Cha tuchungulie table, tuone table inatuambia namna gani. That is not the right one. Table inakaa hivyo so far. Naona Chelsea wamepanda wako 4th with 69 points. Villa ndio wameteremka into Europa League position. And then Forest, because they are losing, wako down. If Forest want to play Champions League football, they have to win the game today. Man U napiga attack. Mbona wako wana attack hivi kwa Europa League final? I will be using that. Peleka kitu! Piga post hapa Casemiro. Casemiro piga post hapa. Piga post hapa Casemiro. Bozo hapo by Bernardo. Man City msikue too comfortable, kindly. Please, don't be comfortable. Ball outside the box. Good cleaning up by Marmoush. Omar. Maintaining possession for City. Lovely work by Marmoush. Chelsea wampata bao. Wako 1 goal ahead of Nottingham. Good defending hapo by huyo player. Haaland, nothing. Haaland struggling. Poor pass. Poor ball control hapo by Haaland. Nunes defend to Nunes. Nice work Nunes. Goal kick. Nice work Nunes. Good work Nunes hapo. Good defending. Good defending hapo by Matthias. Amesleep hapo. Aston Villa hapa hanging on for their life. Kuna mtu alikuwa na bozo hapo for Villa. Huyo ni Pau Torres. Right, nice ball over the top. Attack Vardiol. Attack Omar. Gundo ekelea uzito. Gundo anachagua kukill the attack. Yes, I told you. Unaona sasa kitu yenye nasema about Man City. They want to pass the ball to the net. Gundogan ame-receive ball hapo on the edge of the box. Instead of thinking how can I make this attack become more attack, how naweza ongeza aje ukali ya hii attack, yeye amechagua let me hold the ball and then pass it backwards and then akaachilia ball, Fulham they were attacking. Aya, Aston Villa wakihold on watacheza Europa League, but wasishindwe, wasi concede from United, na najua they are praying for either Nottingham to win or Chelsea to win. Oh my God, poor passing by Nunes. Good recovery by Gundo. Ngia hapa 1-on-1. Hoyland! Goalkeeper anaiona. Chukua chakula hapo goalkeeper. Aston Villa wanakaa wamechanganikiwa. Sikumbuki the last time niliona Aston Villa wanakaa this confused. Nunes! Goal, ref! Foul hapo for City. Aya, nataka niweke game Chelsea, nilikuwa nimesahau kuweka. Forest watafumble. Ni kama wanakaa watafumble it. Make changes hapa Fulham. See changes. Aya, set piece for City. Chance to make it 2 and kill the game. Am I dropping any connections? Sioni kama I'm dropping connection. Haaland inakosa hapa Haaland. Aya, corner for Nottingham. Piga hapa goalkeeper anaiona all the way. Forest fumbling the bag. Chance for Man U inapelekwa juu na Casemiro. Haaland bado hajapata bao in how many games? 10 games. Ana make changes hapa Fulham. Wanatoa Iwobi wanaweka Wilson. Pereira pia anakuwa ejected. Wanaweka Smith Rowe na Iwobi. Palma anapiga kitu hapa lakini goalkeeper wa Forest anaiona all the way. Aston Villa akiscore against Man U inaweza kuwa very comical. Matikash ana cross ball ni kama hajaicheza football. Haya, bado kuna ball hapa Villa. Kata nje ya msanduku. John McGinn piga nje. Hafifu sana McGinn. Iwobi. Throw in Fulham. Chelsea pia na make changes. Wanatoa Sancho anaweka Latvia. Si Latvia ni country. Wanaweka Latvia. Inamaanisha wameanza kuweka defensive. Wameweka defensive shield sasa. Mpata kenye wanataka. Aya, cross ball hapa, tolewa, throw in Fulham. Forest in the mud, Forest. Frauds. Sanchez anatoa uchafu. Olaina na shoot ni kama ako rugby. Traore leta kitu ndani, chance for Fulham, mpira kutoka Robinson, pasi ya chini, Marmush anaisoma safi. Goalkeeper. Nice one, Ederson. Nice one, Marmush. Oh no, Nunes. Oh no, Nunes. Peke yako and you're running the ball out of play. Are you drunk? Are you drunk, Nunes? Aya. Aston Villa attacking. Vardiol anakuwa penalized hapo for a foul. Aston Villa wameanza kucheza vizuri wakiwa unless. Chelsea still leading 1 goal against Forest. How is it possible that Villa they are playing better with less men? KDB warming up hapa for City. Spurs kwani wameconcede? Villa, Aston Villa. Aya, nani huyo Aston Villa? Ni bozo. Alikuwa offside hadi. Liverpool wanapigwa red card, Liverpool wanapigwa red card hapa dakika 70. Gravenberch anapigwa red card hapa. Liverpool wako down by 1 goal and down by 1 player. Spurs on the other side naona wameconcede, wako 2 goals down against Brighton. Spurs wametoka kuwin Europa League juzi. Mbona wanashindwa? Acha niweke screen kwa nini muone. Ndio hiyo half time scores. Asi half time 70th minute. Ndio hizo hapo unaona Liverpool hapo wako na red card. Newcastle wako down by 1 goal. This is turning out to be so interesting. Newcastle wakilose inamaanisha nini? No. Nataka screen yenye ni better. Mr. Producer. Aya, ndio hiyo in case Newcastle sahi they are losing, inamaanisha wako Europa League. Because Newcastle wako this is turning up so crazy. If they end up losing, if Newcastle end up losing, they will go into Europa League position. Because they are losing 1-0 against Everton right now. Aston Villa they are wanashikilia draw yao. Inamaanisha Aston Villa wakishikilia draw yao na Newcastle wa lose, Aston Villa wanaingia Champions League. Haya, things are taking very mambo inaenda ikipanda. Chelsea wako hapa juu wako na bao moja, wako na 69 pekee. Forest, you need to do something. Forest, you need to do something for us. Haya, naona kuna mchezaji hapa wa Forest anashindwa kuendelea na mchezo. Pigwa substitute hapa. United struggling against the 10 men of Aston Villa. Fungua kitu hapa, goal kick. Draw in City pande nyingine. Game zimeshika moto vizuri sana. Haya, City maintaining possession. Lovely work by Nunes. Omar patia tu cross moja safi mzee. Naletwa kitu safi. Kidungi, kuna mtu Doku anachukua mpira on the other side. Bozo by Doku. Ona Doku na Bozo. Ona Doku Bozo. Hata pass kama hiyo Doku, it's difficult for you. And then Doku anaacha mpira inatoka nje. Toa huyu Doku coach. Coach toa Doku. Marmusha pande hiyo side huko juu. Safi acheze hiyo winye huko chini. Please Pep, do that for me. Aya, United bado wako 0-0 against the 10 men of Aston Villa. Ederson ampiga mpira juu kabisa. Aston Villa playing for their life. Chatuone Newcastle anaendelea aje. Newcastle wakilose against nini? Against hiyo team yenye wanacheza nao, which is Everton. Wako nje ya Champions League hivyo. Unajua sasa ni get Champions League football. If you're not winning the EPL, then the goal is to get Champions League football for you. For everyone. In order to have to be able even to spend money in the summer, you need that Champions League football. Incentives za Champions League ni crazy. Aya, safi, pass to ball. Aya, penalty, Man City, penalty. Haaland, usijaribu kupeana hiyo penalty, Haaland. Usijaribu kupeana hiyo penalty. Usijaribu kupeana hiyo penalty, Haaland. I am watching you. I am watching you, Haaland. And I'm very serious when I say that. Kanyagwa hapa Gundogan. Anakanyagwa. Aston Villa. Poor pass in the end hapo by Watkins. Haaland, usijaribu kupeana hiyo penalty. Penalty for City. Haaland on this one. Haaland. The penalty hapa. Chelsea still leading 1-0 against Forest. United 0-0 against the Aston Villa with the red card. Alright, nangoja penalty from Haaland. Haaland from the penalty spot. Haaland, Golazo! Finally gets his goal after struggling for a couple of games. 2-0 City. Lovely work up by Haaland. Lovely to see him smiling after a long time. Amekuwa akistruggle sana in the previous games zenye Man City tumekuwa tukicheza. But finally he gets a goal hapo. Sends the goalkeeper the other way. 2-0 City. 72 minutes on the clock. We should be able to see this one through. We should be able, kindly, don't embarrass me, Man City. We should be able to see this one through. Lovely work by Haaland. Clean penalty. Aston Villa have scored! Aston Villa have scored! Niambia wamescore. Hakuna, there's no way unawatolea bao yao. Aston Villa have scored. That's not a foul. Goalkeeper ameachilia ball. Bayandir Bozo. That's a goal for Aston Villa. Aku ameshika ball. Goalkeeper aku ameshika ball. Yo goalkeeper. Huyu ni Bayandir. He held it. Aku ameshika ball. Aku amegrasp ball. This is going to be crazy. Goalkeepers wote wa Man U, they are not serious. Aku ameshika ball vizuri. Aku alikuwa anaenda kuishika hivi. Rogers akagonga hiyo ball katikati. Thank you, Pep. Thank you, Pep, for listening to me. Thank you, Pep. Thank you, Pep, for doing what I requested. Aku ameshika ball hapo goalkeeper. Acha tuone decision. The goalkeeper clearly didn't have the ball in his hands. Oh my God, hiyo ni wizi. Hiyo ni wizi. That is not... hiyo si realistic. That is a goal yenye Aston Villa wamenyimwa clearly. Wow, this is weird. The goalkeeper for Bayandir hakuwa amehandle hiyo ball. Hakuwa ameshika hiyo. Kwani sisi, do we see different images from what the referees see in the VAR room? Do we see different images compared to what the referees see in the VAR booth? Because there is no way that 3 to 4 referees, they are watching the same situation and none of them is telling the other one, but the goalkeeper held and grasped the ball completely. There is no way that 3 or 4 referees, they are misinterpreting that situation. There is no way, unless they vote. Maybe huwa wanavote wanasema, out of 3, if 2 of us agree on something, then we are going to give it. There is no way Aston Villa wameibiwa bao hivyo. Aston Villa wameibiwa bao clearly. Newcastle still 1 goal down against Everton. City having 2 goals up against Fulham. Lovely work hapo Nico Gonzalez. Piga bao hapa United, Ahmad. That is so embarrassing, to be honest. Aston Villa wameshuka. That is just so embarrassing. Hapo Aston Villa wametolewa bao yao yenye ni a clear goal. It is a clear goal yao. Wameibiwa clearly in front of everyone. Ahmad amescore hapa for Man U. But that is very embarrassing. Kama wewe ni referee in that booth, you should be embarrassed for yourself. You should be very embarrassed. Kama wewe ndio referee mwenye umemake hiyo decision, you should be very embarrassed. Sisi wenyewe we can clearly see huyu goalkeeper hakuwa ameshika hiyo ball. Huyu referee ni nani mwenye ana ref game ya Man U? Unajua mimi nataka nijue hao referees ndio nikuwe aware of frauds. Hiyo ni that is very poor. Sasa inamaanisha sasa Newcastle wameruka nini Aston Villa, even as Newcastle they are losing, inamaanisha sasa hao ndio wako in the Champions League position. Juu Aston Villa they are fumbling it. Aston Villa needed to make sure they get at least 1 point. But I had predicted that they would lose. So I don't know why I'm shocked. Maybe ni the way they are losing because they had scored a clear goal. Aston Villa wako Europa League sahi as we talk. Last day of the Premier League is shaping up how we expected it to. Yeah, Newcastle inamaanisha wako in a comfortable position. Hao ndio watacheza Champions League next season sasa. Sioni 10 men Aston Villa scoring against Man U. Although they had scored, sioni wakipata tena. Iwobi attacking hapa for Fulham. Peleka mpira out wide to Robinson. Nice work by Nunes, good recovery. Marmoush loses the ball. Referee angetuambia yeye mwenyewe ni wa Man U tu in the first place. Angesema mimi na supportingi Man U, but nimewekwa leo ni referee game, meaning I will favor Man U in every way. Haya, nazungusha mtu hapa, chance for Forest, for Fulham. Iwobi inatolewa na Diaz. But mi hata siko worried. The only thing yenye siko nataka ni Chelsea wasiingie, lakini sasa ni kama wataingia. Ni difficult for Chelsea juu in order for Chelsea to miss out, Nottingham Forest ingebidi wawin na Newcastle wawin na Aston Villa wawin, but sioni what those funny enough those three teams they are all losing because Villa is losing to United and then Forest is losing to Chelsea. Piga kitu hapo inagonga post Eriksen. Na Newcastle they are also losing. Aya, Fulham hapo naongeza makali attack. Nice save by Ederson. Toka kwa njia referee. Toka kwa njia referee. Lakini Man U mfurahie sana. Wametolewa bao yenye ilikuwa legit kabisa. But that does not mean we will spare you from the ridicule of giving Tottenham a trophy. Let us not get things confused. Foden anakuja kuingia hapa dakika 81. Foden anaingia for Marmoush. Phil Foden anaingia for Marmoush. Naona pia De Bruyne anajiandaa kuja kuingia for what might be his last ever game for Man City. Not what might be, what is his last ever game for Man City. Hey, Gonzalez is balling, man. Nico Gonzalez is balling. Nico Gonzalez is balling. Maino. Mzee Erikseni. Eriksen avuta kitu hapa, goal kick. Diaz anapigwa hapa chenga na Iwobi. Iwobi amemuosha hapo clean. Clean hapo Iwobi ameosha Diaz vibaya sana hapo. Haya, tuko on 83 minutes. Salah anapata bao hapa for Liverpool. 1-1 for Liverpool versus Palace. Salah anapata bao hapa for the current champions. Champions. Attack tu. Eke Savinho, eke Haaland, eke in the box. Ay, Savio, man. This is what I'm talking about. Just poor decision making in the final, Dad. Poor decision making. How is he not seeing Foden hapo? And even to make things worse, he's passing the ball to no one. Haaland anapigwa sub hapo, anaweka Echeverri. Haaland pia anatoka, wanaweka Echeverri. Gundogan pia anatolewa, anaweka KDB for his last performance ever for City. De Bruyne anaingia for his last game. Naanguka hapa chini ya Madialo. Manu anapewa penalty on top of that. Wanapewa pena hapa Manu. More salt to the wounds. Ule Farisi nimewambia ni wa Manu, amsikii. Ama mlikuwa mnadhani I'm crazy? Penalty for Manu. Fernandes afunge, afanye hiyo celebration yake ya kishenzi. Alikuwa wapi wakimuhitaji siku ya final? You fraud. Haya, pass ball hapa. Ndo ndani for Echeverri. Lovely first touch, Echeverri. Mpira inamtoka hapa. Claudio. Chenga ya mwili Foden. Foden anaingia kwenye msanduku. Inatolewa hapa na puro. Throw in City. Throw in hapa for City. Next season Spurs in the Champions League itakuwa comedy tu. Acha tu niwaambie ukweli. Itakuwa tu comedy. Eriksen anachukua majukumu hapa. Eriksen anachukua majukumu hapa ya kuchukua pena. Haya. Chukua majukumu hapa Eriksen. Eriksen penalty, Eriksen piga kitu katikati, anafunga bao 2-0. Pata bao ya pili hapa Man U. Pata bao hapa. Pata bao hapa United. De Bruyne. Foden. Ingia deep hapa si Foden Iwobi. Spurs wameongezewa bao ingine. Spurs they are 3-1 down. Bournemouth naona wako na bao mbili against Leicester. Arsenal pia mpata yao against Southampton. Arsenal wako 2-1 hapo against Southampton. Smith Rowe wanalilia penalty hapa. Wanalilia penalty wana Fulham. Andy Madley anasema inaangaliwa. Forest hapa they are ruining it. You're just ruining it. You're ruining it. Forest ndio wameangusha leo. Ederson, good goalkeeping. Good goalkeeping. Good goalkeeping by Ederson. Hapo acha tuone hiyo penalty yenye Fulham walikuwa nalilia. Proximity iko close sana hapo, hiyo hezi piano kama pena. Echeverri fungua mguu. Nunes. Patia Phil Foden. Foden change hapa, anapatia Akanji. De Bruyne. Miscommunication hapo kidogo, but watarudisha mpira nyuma kabisa. De Bruyne. Katikati ya players watatu, De Bruyne piga pasi safi. Haya, Chelsea wanajaribu kupeleka ball kwa corner flag. Akanji. Lovely work by Nunes. Pass to ball Nunes. Bozo! What is the reason ya utoe ball huko kwote alafu ushindwe kupass mwisho? What is the purpose of that? This is what we talk about being efficient, an efficient footballer. Being an efficient footballer inamaanisha you save energy. Sasa Nunes ametoa ball huko nyuma hiyo njia yote and then akashindwa ku make the simple pass. I can't have that next season. Wacha tu nikwambie ukweli. Proximity hapo. Forest waende wacheze Conference League. Waende tu wacheze Conference League. Wacha tu tuongee ukweli. Yes, Champions League, it's too big for them. Na tutaangalia performance zao in the 90 minutes. Patrick Dogu. Casemiro on a cross ball. Daniel Malen. Changing up a Malen to no one. Ederson anaanguka akiwa chini peke yake. Kuna injury hapo Ederson. Ederson is down. City is still 2 goals ahead. Lovely work hapo by Nunes akapatia Gundogan a very lovely assist. Gundogan akawin the penalty. Forest bado nang'ang'ana tu kutafuta bao. Forest ni bozos. Forest ni bozos. Piga juu Chris Wood. There's a nafasi, clear chance hapa for Chris Wood. Goalkeeper anaokoa hapa Onana. Onana with a very good save hapo. Fulham on the attack hapa Jimenez, lovely work by Savio. Sesenyo, atarudi ndani. Toa ball, toa uchafu. Nice work by Ederson. Good save by Ederson. Good work by Ederson hapo. Savio atakula yellow. Lovely work hapo by Ederson. Good save. Ona Akanji. Nice defending Akanji. De Bruyne. Poor pass by De Bruyne. Liverpool game naisha 1-1. Trent play his last ever game for Liverpool. His last ever game for Liverpool. Before going to the capital of Spain. Before going to the capital of Spain and playing for Madrid. Mchezo naisha hapa between City and Fulham. Mchezo nafika mwisho. Game naisha hapa. Mchezo naisha hapa City 2-2. City si 2-2. City 2-0 wanawin hapa mchezo. Game inafika mwisho hapa between Man City and Fulham. Piga head hapa, golazo nini? Si golazo. Mchezo umeisha hapa between City and Fulham. Good game by us. Considering how poor we've been this season, it's a good game. Tumeweka clean sheets. Goalkeeper wetu ame save a couple of time. First half, hata the advantage, first half hatuko exposed sana in terms of them attacking. Second half, I think they grew a bit into the game. But other than that, sina anything else to say. Tumedo the job. The most important thing ni hiyo, we've done the job. We've done what was needed. What was needed ni win the game. Usingoje teams zingine zishinde ama zishindwe ndio upone ama ndio upenye. But I'm very happy tumeweza kuhandle it after a very turbulent season. The last kama 10 games zimekuwa decent for us. As always, the last part of the season ndio Man City we stand tall. Although we lost the FA Cup final to Palace. Aya, sina anything else to say. Nangoja hizi games zingine ziishe tuangalie table. Ama tuangalie tu. Acha tu tucheze Champions League Man City. I'm pretty sure we can solve the troubles within summer. Aya, tuangalie table. Tuangalie table. Nini endelea hapo? Kwani wanaangalia penalty game ya Forest? Ona hizi games zingine zote zimeisha isipokuwa ya Aston Villa. Meisha. Hii ya Man U bado haijaisha. Bado haijaisha. Mimi sina anything else to say. Man City good performance. Game ya Man U imeisha. So nangoja Chelsea na Fulham na Nottingham Forest. Pia imeisha. Games zote za Champions League this season zimefika. Si Champions League, za EPL zimeisha. Games zote zimeisha. Let us sip some coffee before we talk about it. Kwani hii ya Chelsea ya update imeisha watu wa football. Sinaona game ishaisha already. The game has already ended. The game has already ended. What I'm waiting for is a trophy from Conference League. Okay. Wejichoche tu. Nadhani mtashinda hiyo Conference League. Anthony will be there. Acha tuangalie table for the last time this season. Tuangalie table for the last time this season. For the last time this season, we are looking at the table. Games zimeisha, tumefika Matchweek 38. All the 10 games zimeisha. Tuangalie table sasa, tumalize hii shughuli ya hii season. Aya. Tafuta yenye nibe. Hakuna yenye tunaweza ona table bus. This is good. Aya, Liverpool kileleni. Waliwin Premier League kama kitambo sana. You can see Liverpool have 10 points. 10 points ahead of the person that was in second. And then Arsenal wako number 2 with 74 points. Apparently they were supposed to win the league when Man City couldn't, but they fumbled it. And then Manchester City, we are in third with 74 points, only 3 points behind Arsenal. Chelsea wamequalify for Champions League. Najua fans wao wataflood kwa DMs zangu wakiniambia ulisema Forest watadushinda. Yeah, nilisema Forest watawashinda, wako washinda, mmeshinda basi mko Champions League, rest. But yeah, wacha niwapatie credit to Chelsea for wamego away to Nottingham Forest in a very difficult place to play football, especially this season, and they were able to handle the business. They won and they kept a clean sheet. So props to them. And then Newcastle wako number 5 even after losing against Everton. If Villa won and Newcastle lost, wangepanda juu. But yeah, Newcastle nacheza Champions League football next season. Kidogo kuna kitu yenye nataka kufanya. So yeah, Newcastle in 5th hapo, they'll be playing Champions League football next season. You can see the last 2 games they haven't been good. Wamelose the last how many? The last two wamelose, but wamequalify in the end. Aston Villa wamefumble it against United when we thought that they would win, but they managed to fumble it, wakapata red card, wakamiss nini chance ya, although referee amesaidia Man U. Let us be honest, referee amesaidia Man U. Wacha tu tuongee ukweli, referee amesaidia Man U, meaning that amedisadvantage Aston Villa. But Aston Villa watacheza nini Europa League next season, and we know that Emery is very dangerous when it comes to playing in the Europa League. He's, I think, the most successful manager in Europa League history. So itakuwa interesting to see how they play next season. Kuna kitu moja yenye sijasema venye tumeingia Europa League. Kuna timu ingine moja inacheza Champions League next season na wamejificha huku chini. This team in 17th will play Champions League football next season. This team in 17th is going to play Champions League football next season. You can see in the last 5 games in the EPL, they have no win. In the last 5 games in the EPL, Tottenham Hotspur have only been able to pick up 1 point. Out of the 20, ni 3 times 5 ni 15. Fraud. Out of the 15 points available, they've only picked up 1 in the last 5. That is how good Tottenham Hotspur are. But they won the Europa League against Man U. So Spurs pia watacheza Champions League football. Yeah, Aston Villa is spoken about them. Nottingham Forest wataenda kucheza Conference League football. Conference League football for Nottingham Forest next season. I will even take it further and say how they played tonight against Chelsea was not convincing that they deserved Champions League football. I was not convinced by the performance they had tonight. Now, siezi wa judge only 1 game out of 38, but the fact that today is when it was the last day and we wanted to see if they would turn up against Chelsea. Now, wameshindwa ku turn up in any way, especially attacking wise. I think going to Conference League it's okay for them. Wakicheza Champions League watasafa sana hawa Nottingham Forest. Brighton, Bournemouth, Brentford, wanakuwa tu wasewa hapa wakukaa mid table. Brentford, Fulham, Palace, hawa ni FA Cup winners. Palace. Everton umeshinda Newcastle leo. West Ham wako ahead of United. And then Man United wako 15th. Only 4 points in the last 15 points available. Only 1 win and 1 draw in the last 5. Hawaja win 2 games in a row this season, Man U. They haven't won 2 games in a row for United. Hawaja go back-to-back wins in the EPL this season, Man U. A club as big as them. Hawaja win 2 games in a row. Ama 2 games back-to-back. That is how bad they have been this season. Anyway, big up to everyone for tuning in this season. This is the last match week enye tunafanya as a watch-along this season in the EPL. 10 p.m. tunarudi for Barcelona versus Athletic Bilbao, which will be the last game in La Liga this season. Hopefully Barcelona get that win. That being said, I want to thank you. I want to thank everyone mwenye amekuwa hapa for the channel since the beginning. Even before we started doing the watch-alongs, including the videos that I had posted in the summer, a couple of transfer videos I had done. So yeah, so far I think tulifikisha 100 subs, which is very good for me. Considering where we started from, it is very, very good. Very good performance. Kuna mtu mwenye atasema hiyo ni poor, but considering you started from 0 subs, I think it's a good performance for me. But it doesn't end here tonight for us. We will be doing transfer shows in the summer. We will be watching Club World Cup games in the summer. So season haijaisha bado for us. We will still be here until the next season ianze. Hopefully we'll keep on improving. I hope mmeona some couple of improvements throughout the course of the season. Venye tulianza season ikianza na kwenye tumefika saa hii, I think we've done well. As much as sitaki kusema I think we've improved various things, good audio. Camera hii ndio tulianza nayo. Sana sana good audio. It's not lagging anymore. I know in the month of April we had some internet issues. I will never go back to that internet service provider in my life ever again. Sitawahi, hata wakinipea free sitawahi tumia. Yeah, but we will also keep on improving more and more. More and more. More and more things they are coming your way this season. Acha niwaspoil ingine. Niwaambie maybe we will introduce gaming very soon when we sort out the GPU issues. But we might also start doing some collabs with some various fans from different clubs. Tupate fan mmoja wa Chelsea mwenye atakuwa anakuja kushare his opinions about his football club. He or she, acha niseme hivyo, hata woke nonsense. He or she. Unajua nikisema hii mtu atasema oh you're segregating all certain people. I mean from whichever gender you associate with. It doesn't matter to us. Tutafute fans wa Arsenal, wa Man U, wa Spurs, tukipata wa Liverpool. Possibly tukipata mwingine wa City mwenye anaweza present different opinions to me, tutamleta. So that is me announcing that we are looking for fans wenye watakuwa nakuja kwa shows zenye we will be talking about. Yeah, so but hiyo sasa ina require a lot of planning, ina require mtu you make sure that there are people that good people, they can talk football. They are not below 18 years because of consent. They are people that wanaweza kuwa wanapatikana una routine. Kisema Monday ndio tunafanya watu wa Chelsea. Huyo mtu wa Chelsea asisema anataka kufanya yake Thursday. Ama this week anakuja Thursday, next week anakuja Friday. We need some consistency in that. Yeah, so those are some of the things that we are planning to do as the team. But that being said, I want to thank you. Kama uko hapa, I'm still going to be greedy. I'm going to ask you to hit the like. Naona kuna comment moja iko hapa. You'll watch us lift it. It's on Wednesday. It's on Wednesday. Calm down. It's on Wednesday. Wednesday is how many hours away? 24? 48? 48 plus 24 sijui ni ngapi. So more add. We will be there for Chelsea versus Real Betis. But that being said, yeah, this is it. Oh, ni kama I'm saying, bado kuna watchalong ingine leo. I don't know why it sounds like I'm signing off the season. Bado kuna watchalong ingine ya Barcelona versus Athletic Club. I will see you guys then.